Hello everyone, welcome back to the course of Mastering Core Java, and today in our lesson number 10 we are going to learn about iterator. So in this lesson we will see what actually are iterators, and we will see the difference between iterator and list iterator, and we will also see how we can iterate through a collection framework, collection class using the for each. Okay, so in our previous lesson we learned about array list, right? How we can declare a array list, how we can add element, and how we can remove element. Okay, now we will see how we can iterate through the array list. So let's move on to the Eclipse. So I have written down a sample code here. A simple array list is declared, and using a for loop I have inserted 10 elements into the array list. Okay, and then I have simply printed out. Let's just run it once and check the output. Okay, so it should be printing 1 to 10, right? Okay, 1 to 10. All right, to make it easier so that it aligns with the index, let me just make it 0 to 9 only, and let's see what the output is. Okay, so this is our output. Now what iterator does is it calls the iterator method from the array list, or say from the linked list, and gives you a object, okay, reference variable, using which you can get the position of the element, okay, and iterate through the array list. Let's say you say a iterator I equals to then al dot iterator. Okay, so basically this returns your iterator variable. Just import this, and now if I want to print all of this, I can say while, and then I can say something like I dot has next, then I will print the values of I. Okay, print the values of I. So what is doing, the array list, we got the iterator back from the array list, and using the iterator I am checking that whether it has another element next. Okay, another element lined up. So if it has another element that is has next, then I will go to the next element. Okay, only if there is another element I will go to the next element. That is done by using this next method. Okay, so let's run this and get the output. Okay, you see here that I'm getting the output like 0 1 2 3. I'm getting all of the output. So that is the work of a iterator. Now let me just comment it out. Okay, so there is another method that is supported by the iterator. Let's see. I say I dot next. Okay, it moves to the next index, and then what I will do, I will run I dot remove. Okay, now again I will print the value of the array list. Let's see what is the output. Okay, let's just run this, and as you can see the 0 value is removed. Okay, so what's happening is that the iterator is initialized not at the 0th index. Okay, it's not initialized at 0. In fact, it gets initialized at, you can assume it gets initialized as -1. Okay, so when the next is called for the first time, at that time only the index will come to the 0 index. Okay, so when you call the remove method, okay, the element at the current index is removed. So here what happened, it was at the initial position, let's say -1. Okay, for example, then it moved, when I call the next method, it moved to the 0th index. Okay, first index, and when I call the remove, it removed the element present at the 0th index. Like that we can remove the element using the iterator as well. Okay, using array list also we can remove, and using the iterator also we can remove. Next, let's see what is list iterator. Okay, let me just comment it out for now. Okay, let's comment this out, and then in place of iterator I will use list iterator. Okay, let's just import this. All right, I'll name it li. Okay, and it should be list iterator. All right, now we have got our list iterator. So the main difference between a normal iterator and a list iterator is that list iterator works like a DQ, okay, a double linked list as well. Okay, that means, for example, I say li dot next, it will move to the 0th location. Okay, then I will move it one more time. All right, let's say now it's at here, it will be at 0th index, and here it will be at 1 index. Okay, now if I print the value, all right, let's print it here only. Okay, and we'll say this is the 1 index. Okay, and I will remove this for now. And the thing is, we can print our previous index, okay, like this, previous index and the next index as well, okay, using this. So basically what is doing is acting like a double linked list. Okay, it's working for a double linked list. That means backward and forward both way. So let's run this. So here you can see the previous index is 1 and the next index is 2. That is because the previous index returns the index of the element that will be called when we use the previous method. Okay, like next method, the list iterator supports previous index, the list iterator supports previous method as well. Okay, so here you see it's giving the index of the element which will be returned when we call previous. Okay, for example, we will get a better understanding. Let's say after next I run the previous. Okay, I run previous. At that time, you see, when I run the previous, we will be getting an output like this. Okay, when I call the next method, I am getting 1 as output, and when I call the previous method, I am getting 1 as output only. Okay, so what it happens, it initializes in the backward direction and it will give you the previous element. Okay, previous element, that is 1, and at that time you can see the value of previous index is 0. In the first example, it was appearing like previous index would give you the current index only when you call next, but that is not the case. The fundamental behind the previous index and next index is that previous index will give you the index of the element that will be called when you use previous. Okay, for example, now you see when I use the previous method, I am getting 0. Okay, we should be getting 1 like the previous example, right, like the first example, but you can clearly see I'm getting the index 0 because when I will call the previous method again, at that time the index will move to 0, and that is the reason why I'm getting 0. And now the next index is giving you the current index only. Okay, is giving you 1. So that is the way previous index and next index works, and all these methods are supported by the list iterator. That means backward and forward iteration. Now in our next example, let's see how we can use for each to iterate through a array list. Okay, I have commented our previous code out, and let's see here. If I write for integer, okay, integer I in the array list al, I will simply print like I. Okay, and when I run this, I will be getting a similar output like the iterator only. Okay, so here that is how your for each loop will work. Okay, that means for each element integer inside the array list, we are running some logic, running a set of instruction. Okay, that's it. That is the purpose of for each. Okay, next let's understand when to use which. Okay, so basically you should use for each loop whenever you just need the element, the value of the element from any array list. Okay, and you should use a iterator whenever you need to perform some operation on the array list itself, not just the value but some operation in the array list. For example, you need to remove some value. Okay, you need to, let's say, iterate forward or backward. Okay, that is also possible. So let's see with a practical example how a different use of iterator and for each can be. So for the for loop, let's keep the previous example only and let's see how we can use the iterator here. Okay, let's say iterator I equals to al dot iterator. Okay, So while I dot has next, we will run some logic here. For example, you say int x equals to, all right, int x integer dot value of, and then what I will do, I will say I dot next, and then, all right, let's convert it into a string. Now it should work, right? Okay, now it's x, then what I will do, x modulus 2 equals to 0, and what I will do, I dot remove. All right, now after that, let's print this out like al. Okay, let's see the output. Let's run on the Java application, and as you can see, all our even numbers are removed. This is our original array list, right? And after the logic that I wrote, after that all the even numbers are removed. So basically you can use for loop when you just need to get the value, okay, just need to get the value, but you should use iterator when you need to perform certain function, specifically the remove function. Okay, using some logic, you want to check the value and then you want to remove that element, okay, from the array list. At that time you should use iterator, but you may be noticing that iterator is little cluttering, like you have to declare the iterator, then call has next, and it is a very long procedure, right? So you should try to use for each loop as much as possible and only use iterator when it is absolutely necessary. So I hope you understood the topics that are taught in today's lesson, and if you have any doubt, then feel free to comment down below. We will surely try to clear all your doubts. So don't forget to like and share this video with whoever is interested in learning about Java. Also do subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so that you get notified about the next lesson. Thank you.